Hi everyone, hi ladies, I'm Carla, the founder of the Feminine Energy, and welcome to this channel. I hope you're having a nice day. Here is like a beautiful, gorgeous day. I'm just here in the parking lot. There's the beach on the other side. I'm just gonna head there, get some sunshine and walk along the beach after I do this video. Just enjoying, enjoying my day. And I hope you're having a wonderful day too and enjoying your day. So what I wanted to talk about in this video is about the law of attraction, and feminine energy. So if you believe in the law of attraction, or even if you don't, I think this is relevant information because I feel like this has been a game changer in my life and has been working for me and for many other ladies. And so I wanted to share this information. So if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, great as well. So it's about when you start your feminine awakening and you start, realizing how much you have settled in the past, how much you were, in people-pleasing mode, and maybe you didn't have the highest of standards or standards at all, and boundaries, and you would just accept anything, and this is not just in regards to romantic relationships, but in everything, in work, in friendships, in opportunities, situations, everything. So you would set for less because you were so much, craving attention, craving lots of things, and you were operating from your wounded feminine. So you accepted less that you deserved in the past. So as you have your feminine awakening and you start to awaken to your feminine power and you start to realize that you are the creator of your life, you're not at mercy of what life throws at you, and you can create consciously the life you like and deserve and desire. So as you awaken to that realization and you start having standards, you start to realizing what are really your desires in life, what you really want, not just what you can have because of others tell you what you can have, but because of what you truly want, the desires of your soul. And you start realizing that that is not nothing extraordinary, or difficult or impossible, but it's totally possible, because if you have that desire, that means it's your normal, it's your truth, it's your soul truth. So it's totally possible to have that. So you start raising your standards on what you accept from life, from others, from from everything, and you start honoring your desires. You start listening to them. They start being important, and you stop that people pleasing mode, and you start pleasing yourself and living your best life. So what happens often is that there will be a stage where you'll make this transition, because especially if you have been so many years of your life in people-pleasing mode, accepting less than you deserve, and maybe manifesting, attracting people who would take advantage of that. So what happens is there will be a transition. There will be a phase where you will leave those old patterns and templates of operating, of work, working and functioning in the world, and you will start incorporating new ways of living, new ways which are more feminine. It's not about chasing or hustling or working hard for the things you want or for having certain people in your life, but it's about attracting. It's about enjoying your life. It's what as I was saying before, it's about going to the beach for a walk, enjoying your day, and knowing that everything is happening for you. So it's a very different way. But until you make this shift, until you start living from this empowered energy, there will be a transition. Maybe it's quicker for some people than others. We all have our own timings, our own journeys. So that's why you shouldn't compare yourself to anyone. And you should respect your own timing. For some people are faster, others not. Depends on how much you are paying attention to limiting beliefs. That this is impossible. Can have that, blah blah blah. Can have this So depends on that. It depends how much quicker you raise your standards and you stick to them, and you stop paying attention to things and people that don't deserve you. So on this transition, and that's the point I want to make in this video, in this transition you will, and this is quite confusing for some ladies, they will still be attracting things and people that were from, from the past, or having certain templates and certain patterns they used to be from the past. And this is confusing because I have ladies, when I do one-on-one coaching, and they tell me, why am I still attracted to this type of man? For example, in dating, in relationships, why am I still attracting? I know I'm a feminine woman, I lean back, I am open to receive, I am not chasing men, I want a masculine man who shows me that he's trustworthy, who plans dates, who really adores me. So why am I still attracting men who want to take from me? Why am I still attracting men who are in their feminine energy, don't want to plan dates, want me to do that, etc.? And this can be quite confusing. And a lot of ladies think, oh, am I doing something wrong? Am I not embodying my feminine energy? Am I not on my feminine energy? Why is this happening? And the reason why this is happening is because you are in that transition. You are in that transition phase. So what happens is, very often through the law of attraction, we are going to attract the opposite of what we want, because that's an opportunity for you to not settle. It's an opportunity for you to stick to your boundaries, to stick to your standards over and over and over again, right? Because there's a saying that practice makes perfect, but only if it is a perfect practice, right? And that's what it is. So the universe is giving you opportunities to practice, to practice having your new standards, to practice having your new boundaries. This is the opportunity for you to make the shift. This is how you make the transition. So there's nothing wrong with you embodying your feminine energy. This doesn't mean that it's not working. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It's the opposite. It means you are doing things right. Because every time you attract or manifest something that it's the opposite of what you want, that doesn't mean you are wrong. Doesn't mean that you are sending the wrong signals outside. No, it means that you are having opportunities to choose different. You are having opportunities to be conscious of your choices. So maybe in the past you were, getting involved with certain type of men, or accepting, if you have, for example, have your own business, you would accept certain type of clients, that weren't the best for you, or were just taking advantage in some way, and you would accept it. You would accept those people on an unconscious level, because that's the program that was running in your subconscious. So you would accept that. Now you're not letting your unconscious run the show anymore. Now you are very conscious of who you are, what you want, and what these people are, and the choices that you can make that are different. That's how it is. That's how it is. So, and every time you choose different, every time you realize, okay, this man is not the type of man I want as a partner. He's showing me that I cannot trust him. He's showing me he's inconsistent. He's showing me that he cannot even plan a date properly. So now I don't have to accept this. Now I don't have to run and plan the date myself. Maybe in the past that's what you would do. If a man doesn't step up and, for example, and plan a date, that's what you would do. Okay, I have to do it myself, and you would plan the date. Now you don't. Now you just stop and realize, okay, this is not what I want. This is not the type of man I want. So thank you very much. Next. Right? This is your opportunity, and this happens with friends. Friends that are somehow not up to your standards, because you should have standards, not just in dating and relationships, but in everything, every single thing, every single area of your life. So this, and you will have this kind of situations in everything. For example, if you have your own business, you will still have clients that want more than they are able to pay for, or want you to do more work without wanting to pay, or want to take advantage somehow, and you will realize and you will say no, because you are not in lack and scarcity mindset anymore. In the past, you would say yes because you were so scared. Oh, if I lose this client, I won't have anything else. I won't have any more clients. Or if I lose this man, I won't have any other man to give me attention. But now you're not in lack and scarcity anymore. You know the world is abundant. You know that your magnetic, feminine, yummy energy can attract abundance, can attract so many beautiful things. And if this man is not the right man for you, there will be another one next you will. So you are in abundance mindset now, so you can easily say no. And the more you say no to what you don't want, the more you are saying yes to yourself. The more you are saying yes to your desires, the more you're saying yes to what you truly want and you truly deserve. So, and this is how you reprogram your brain. This is how you rewire your brain, your DNA, your cells, your programs, to make this shift, to make this transition. So you start running a different show. You start running a different program, and you will get to a point where the focus won't be on those men that are not up to your standards anymore. The focus won't be on saying no anymore. The focus won't be on having to put your boundaries, have to put your standards. Your focus will get to a point where your focus will start to be on what you truly want, right? And when you make, because this transition, this shift has different stages. So the first stage is the consciousness, realizing what's been happening in the past and holding your desires, owning your desires fully and listening to them. The second stage is you are going to start attracting lots of people, lots of opportunities that are not what you truly want. So you have the opportunity to say no and choose different. So reprogram. It's reprogram over and over and over again. And you will come to a point, the next stage, where these people will stop appearing, or will appear a lot less, or we will stop appearing completely, because you are not focusing on them anymore. You're not focusing on holding your desires fully. You're not focusing anymore, because you already are naturally, because when you are still having questions and doubts of, but do I really deserve this? I have this desire. I want a masculine man who is healthy, who claims me, who adores me, who sees me and treats me as his dream woman, who provides for me, who protects me. This is what I want. But if you still have questions about it, if you still have doubts that, can I really have this? Is it really for me? Does it really, a man like this exists? If you still have these doubts, it's because you haven't reprogrammed already or fully. So you are still in that reprogram stage. So you will still attract this type of men. So you have the opportunity to say no, and until you own your desires fully. Because then when you own your desires fully, when I say no, this is what I want, so when you get to that stage of you owning your desires fully, then you will stop attracting men who are not up to your standards, because you don't need anymore. You don't need anymore to say no. You don't need anymore to reprogram and rewire, because you are already running a new program. You have arrived. You are there already. So you don't need all those opportunities anymore to choose different or say no or hold your standards, etc. Because you're there. You're there already. So that's when you start to attract different. That's when you hold your power, your inner power, and you start to attract different. So the key, if you want to get there faster, it's own your desires. Get rid of the doubts, get rid of the questions. You have your desires because they're possible to manifest, they're possible to live them. Otherwise, you wouldn't have them. It's the same thing as I have my nose. I don't question my nose. It's just there. This is a very simple example, but it's true, right? I don't question if I deserve my nose. It's there. I desire having my nose. It's there, and everything else for all your other desires. It's the same thing, right? And this will happen in every area of your life, right? It's for example, I like to give this example as well, because it's not just in dating and relationships, it's in everything else in your life. For example, let's say you are buying a new house and you know the house you want, you know what you want, but if you are accepting to go and visit houses that are for sale, they are not up to your standards, they are not what you want, the house you want would not appear, because you are still in that program of visiting those houses and saying no, right? Because if you go and visit a house that okay, this is not what I want, this is not the price I want, it doesn't have the the features that I'm looking for, that I want, but I still go and visit that house, okay, I'm still in that program of manifesting opportunities in order to hold my boundaries and say no. So when you get to the point where no, I'm not going to visit more houses that are not up to my standards, I'm sick of that, I'm just wasting time and energy, I'm going to wait, and so for the house that I really want, bam, that's when the house appears, because that's when you're owning your desires fully. So, and that's the power of the feminine. That's the power of the feminine. It's owning your desires fully, because your desires that you have as a feminine woman are powerful, are really magnetic. And a woman, when she holds her desires fully and unapologetically, without having to explain it to anyone or even herself, it's when you are in your power. That's when you're in power. That's when you start to manifest and attracting everything that you want, because you have arrived. And believe me, you have to arrive where you want to be before the things appear in your life. Before you attract that amazing man, you're having an amazing relationship, you have to arrive at that stage. Before you attract all the money and prosperity and etc., you have to arrive in that mindset. You have to be there, so you are a match to the things you want. And the way you get there is by knowing what you want and owning those desires fully. So if you want at that stage of, oh, why do I know what I want, but the opposite it's appearing, that's why you are in that stage of saying no. Oh, no over again. So you reprogram. And if you need that, I have been through that myself, and I stay there for a long time, more time than I should, to be honest, because I wasn't realizing because I was focusing so much on what I didn't want instead of what I want. And I was saying no over and over and over again. But I got to a point of, okay, I'm fed up of this. I'm fed up of saying no. I have boundaries now. I have standards. Why is this still happening? And then I realized it's because I wasn't owning my desires fully. I was still questioning them. I was still having doubts. I was still like, maybe I should lose a lot more weight to attract the right man, or maybe I should do this so I can deserve what I want. I was still in this program. So then I realized, no, I don't need anything to get to where I want, because I am enough. I am enough as I am. I just need to own my desires fully. And when you do that, then new opportunities will appear. The universe will open up in a different ways. So if you are in that stage, it's good to be aware, because there's nothing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. And just have a little patience with yourself, respect your timings, and do what you can to honor your desires, and know that you are here to live them, because you desire them and because you deserve your best life. So ladies, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, just subscribe. I have lots of yummy content already and more to come. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day. Bye bye.